Okay, before we talk about smoking the ribs, I want to talk for a moment about actually getting the ribs ready to smoke. And so one of the things that's kind of important to me is to remove the silver skin from the ribs. Now, you know, most of us are familiar with the two major cuts of ribs, the baby back ribs and the St. Louis style ribs. So this is a rack of baby back ribs right here, and as you can see that the bones are typically a little bit shorter in here. They're more curved. You got lots of thick meat sitting on the back of it. Great rack of ribs to smoke. And I want to talk for a moment about why I want to remove this portion of the ribs. This membrane right here is called the silver skin, and I like to pull it off before I start to smoke the ribs. The reason I do this is twofold. So the first part is that I want to put some of the Rob's Rockin' Rib Rub on the bottom side of the rib rack so that that flavoring will soak into the meat for the whole smoking process. And if you leave the silver skin on here, what happens is it acts as a barrier. It's kind of like, it's a very rubbery membrane, and it will prevent a lot of the flavoring from going into the backside of the ribs right here. Now, the second reason that I want to take this off is that if you've got these in the smoker and they're slow cooking, they're smoking, what happens is that membrane, if you leave it on, starts to contract. And so what happens is that the ribs will start to arch up like this. Maybe not quite that much, but that's the idea right there. So twofold reason for me to want to take the membrane off. So I think there's a fairly quick and easy way to do it. What you do is you got to find a rib, so you can just kind of poke there. You can feel the bone just underneath this portion of the skin right there. I go to about the midpoint of the ribs. I'll take a knife. I've got the sharp side, the unsharpened side, and basically what I want to do is I just want to insert this tip between the bone and the silver skin. I'm going to work that down in, and then I'm going to turn it so that the unsharpened side is up, and I'm going to start to pull that back like so. Now, as soon as I can get a finger underneath there, what I'll do is I will then take a paper towel, and I use that so that I can get a grip. I'll start to work my fingers up underneath there, and so I'm just kind of working from one side to the other. Now, once I've come out on the other side, basically it's a real quick and easy matter of pulling, and that skin just comes right off. So there, that skin is now removed from the rack of baby back ribs. Now, when it comes to the St. Louis style ribs, same idea, slightly different execution. So as you can see with the St. Louis style ribs, you've got the silver skin. It doesn't cover all areas on the back. You've got this meaty section typically right over here, but the silver skin's sitting right here. So again, I'm going to find the rib, the bone underneath, and I'm going to insert the tip of the knife in here, and I'm going to flip it so that the unsharpened side comes up, and I will start to then work my fingers up. All right, that one started to tear a little bit right there, so I'm going to come in from this side. There. So now I've got that, and again I can now start to come up on here. Now, paper towels are nice because they give you a lot of grip, so I will use the paper towels, peel that back, get that off of there. Need a grip on that one, so I'll wrap that up, and I will peel that back. And again, silver skin is off. I've now got nice exposure of the meat between the ribs, and the seasoning and the flavoring is now going to work its way into the meat.